We're gonna talk budgeting today. Yay! Who likes to save money? Who likes to save money? I'm gonna start on a real note here. I am not willing to stop balling out on food. So if you're with me there, keep watching this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Nicole here. Today we're going to be talking budget / savings for whatever it is, a new apartment, a new car, a vacation. Today I'm going to talk you guys through my tips, 5 steps to save. Get you from broke, in the ground, no money, begging your mom for help, to independent, I got this, I'm gonna pay for this apartment, boom, adult. I feel like most videos that I've seen that talk about budgeting sort of start with setting your budget and then that eventually translates into savings. I kind of look at it the other way around. I think that you should start with your savings goal, your timeline for savings, and then, based on that, then sort out your budget. What is it that you have left to spend and how are you going to live off of what you have left? So this is a savings plan that I started while I was in college, and it's actually the same plan that I use now. And so I can say that it's translatable through different life stages, and it's also a really flexible plan. You can use it if you are, making minimum wage and kind of just trying to save in general and not be broke. Or you can use it when you're broke and saving for a vacation, or you can use it when you're well established but you're just saving for a rainy day. It's a really flexible plan, and I just kind of want to show you guys the skeletal outline of it. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started with step 1. So the very first step is to start with your monthly income. If you get paid every 2 weeks, that's just your bi-weekly check multiplied by 2. So start with your monthly income. Then take into consideration all of your uncontrollable fixed bills. So, your cell phone bill, if you pay one on a monthly basis, your car insurance bill, stuff like that. Now, subtract those bills from your monthly income. So say you make $1,000 a month and you're paying $300 in bills right now, you're left with $700. Forget about the $300. Pretend you didn't even make the $300. Those $300 don't exist, so stop spending like they do. Now that you've done that, take a long, hard look at the money that you have left. Now ask yourself, how am I going to make it a month from now without not only not being broke and begging on the street for money, but also having a little bit of that money saved up somewhere? That brings us to step number 2, which is to, there's step number 2, part A, and then there's step number 2, part B. Step number 2, part A, is to create a savings account. If you don't already have one, go ahead and get yourself a savings account of some kind. Now, step 2, part B, which is where we're really going to get into it, is to decide on an amount of your income that is going to move from your checking account into your savings account every single month. Now, the key here is to be extremely reasonable and extremely realistic with yourself. Pick a reasonable number that you can commit to. Seriously, commit to easily. Say it's $50. You got $700 left a month, you're gonna donate 50 of it to your savings account. Now, the reason why it's important that you be very, very reasonable with yourself is because you cannot not donate that money every single month. You are making a promise to yourself that $50 is going from your checking account into your savings account every single month. You can always up that amount if you want. Say it's July, I'm feeling like a baller, didn't really spend that much money this month. I'm gonna move $100 into my savings account. And that's awesome. You get a gold star. But if you're broke as hell in July, you're still moving that $50 into your savings account. You're gonna sacrifice whatever other spending you were planning on doing to donate that $50 into your savings account. That's the rule. Be reasonable, but commit. Okay, so now you have a savings account and you're putting $50 in it every month. 12 months from now, boom, you have $600 at least saved. Okay, so now you had your income, you subtracted your monthly bills, and now you're gonna subtract your monthly savings from it as well. That's gonna bring us to step number 3. So you've got the savings account, yay! But you don't wanna neglect your checking account. Nobody likes to be that person that goes to the movies on a Saturday night with all of their friends and goes to the concession stand to buy some popcorn and a hot dog and some pretzels and maybe some other snackies while you're there. And then you get your card declined at the register, your debit card. And then you get your debit card declined at the register because you didn't have enough money in it. So another savings tip that I have and that I implemented myself in my checking account was a minimum threshold. And essentially what I mean by that is setting in your checking account a minimum threshold that you commit to never have your checking account go under. Say, start small, say it's $50. Again, you put $50 in your checking account and you commit not to go under that $50. At first, the reason why I did it was literally so that I wasn't going negative in my checking account while I was out, because nobody wants that. That's embarrassing. But as you get better at saving and as you start to make more money as you grow up, you can, But as you get better at saving and you make more money as you grow up, you can up that minimum threshold. The cool thing about it is that it's a one-time commitment. Unlike your savings account where you're moving $50 into it every single month, you put $50 in your checking and it just sits there. It's just another $50 that's technically being saved by you. And eventually that 50 can turn into 100, can turn into 1,000, can turn into 2,000 as your lifestyle kind of adjusts. Come on, planes, we were on a roll. We were on a freaking roll. We were like 12 minutes into this video without planes. I'm not even wearing a watch. Okay, so let's move on to step number 4. Let's go back and take a look again now at that monthly income that you have, minus your uncontrollable bills and minus the amount of money that you're putting into savings every single month. Say, I think for example, it was like you made $1,000, you pay $300 in bills and you're moving $50 into your savings every month. That means you're working with $650 to spend on a monthly basis. Congratulations! You have $650 of frivolous income to do with what you will. Now the key here, and this is what step number 4 is to budget yourself so that you don't run out of money and you don't put yourself in a place where you aren't able to move $50 into your savings account every month and you are needing to go below that minimum threshold of, I believe our example was $50 in your checkings account. Those are 2 commitments that you've made to yourself, and so how are you going to budget $650 every single month so that you don't find yourself in a tough spot at the end of the month? Now this is the part where you need to sort out your life priorities, okay? Like I said earlier at the very beginning of this video, is it food? Is it makeup? Is it clothes? Is it concerts? Is it freaking air conditioning in your apartment? Where are your priorities? Because this is the thing. You only have $650. You are not dipping into your savings account and you are not going below minimum threshold in your checking. If you are at that point where you need to do either of those things, you're broke. Consider yourself freaking broke. See, it's all about maintaining that broke mentality until you're not broke anymore. At this point, you can either do it by trial and error, which is honestly what I did. I was just spending money the way I spent money. And then, yeah, I did find myself a good couple months where I was like, guys, I can't go out. I'm broke. Or rather than trial and error, you can set yourself an allowance. Say it's $650, split that up over 4 weeks and commit to only spending, what amount is that? Do whatever it takes to make sure that you're only spending within your means during that time. Okay, now let's move on to step number 5. You gotta treat yourself. Now that you've got all of these steps, have a savings goal. Think about how much it is you want to save and what you're trying to save for. Say you're trying to save up for a trip that is a year from now and you need to save up $1,500. Let's go back in time through the steps. So you're trying to save $1,500. Now, in order to save $1,500 a year from now, you would need to save $125 a month. You make $1,000 a month. Sorry, I've got my calculator out because this is gonna help me get through this example with you guys. You make $1,000 a month, you pay $300 in bills every month, and you're moving $125 into your savings every month. That means you're working with $575 every single month. If you're gonna budget yourself on a weekly basis, you've got about $140 a week to spend. It's about giving yourself vision on how much money you have to spend, and then again, just having your priorities in line. Any questions? Let me know in the comment section below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!